Hello. Durham College Counseling Services is a free voluntary program that provides individuals with one-to-one personal support from a counselor in training who is currently studying in the social service worker program. If you agree to participate in the service, we commit to do our best to try and assist you in working towards any goals you identify. However, please understand that while most individuals do benefit from our service, there are factors we cannot control for, and therefore we cannot guarantee your circumstances will improve. The length of involvement in this service is your decision. We will commit to continue working with you as long as you feel it is being helpful. In addition, your involvement and the information shared with your counselor in training is confidential, meaning your counselor in training will protect your personal information in all cases except the following. A release of information form has been signed by you allowing personal information to be shared with a particular person, agency, or organization. Information or a counselor in training is legally subpoenaed to the courts. You are suspected of being at risk of harming yourself or another person. Any situation of suspected child abuse, neglect, or domestic violence will be reported to the local child protection services. By signing this form below, you are indicating that you have read and understood all of the above information, discussed and resolved any concerns, and are providing your informed consent.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
What brings you here today?
Well, I'm just here to talk about Texas and what it was like growing up in the States.
Okay. So were you born in the States or were you
born here in Canada as a citizen.
Okay.
And I moved when I was maybe 3 or 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it was illegally. I wasn't too sure at the time, but I'm pretty sure I went over there without a visa. First thing I really remember is the heat. It's a major weather change.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of heat over there. I think they get about 8 months of summer, and then go straight into winter. Canada definitely shows its 4 seasons. We have leaf changing and all that. That doesn't happen in the States, or in Texas at least. We don't get leaf.
Okay.
We don't get leaf changes. None of that.
Yeah.
Go straight summer, winter, back to summer. Very dry out there. Humid. You guys don't really have humidity too much. Very humid in Texas.
Yeah.
Dried out, and it's very flat. As far as the people there, it's a very wide range. Canada definitely has a wider range of people. But for the U.S.'s people, definitely they all reside in Texas. I have a lot of Mexican, white, and black people in that community. Mostly Mexican and white though, but they're all around there.
Okay.
My neighborhood, I guess it was pretty hard to grow up. I had a lot of bad influences around, especially for younger kids around my age.
Okay.
Stuff that you shouldn't be around, I guess, at that age. Kind of took a toll on me because you can feel it now when you come back to places like Canada.
Yeah.
And then you can really see the toll it's taking. Saying that, I'm not saying everybody goes through that, because I have a couple of friends who've actually made it professionally in sports and other things that come from the same city as me. So, not saying it's impossible. Of course you can do it, but a lot of our kids are gone into the system at very young ages and are in trouble for a lot of stuff. I got into the first trouble I got into was maybe around 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty young.
Marijuana charges. It wasn't too bad. We'd actually gotten stopped at a light on April 20th. April 20th, maybe 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stopped at a light. I would think we were taking a blunt or something, trash blunt, out of a car.
Yeah.
I was in a convertible car. And my friend was dumping a blunt out of the window. A cop actually lit us up in a parking lot, drove out, and pulled us over to the right. And at first, they actually spelled my name wrong, so I didn't even get arrested.
Okay.
Yeah, they spelled my name Luis, so I didn't get arrested. And then later, he ran my name correctly, and I ended up getting arrested that night. It's pretty harsh. I went in, they threw me in the felony box as soon as I went into jail. I didn't have a felony, I had a misdemeanor.
Yeah.
But they threw me in the felony box. I remember it was freezing, colder than the other side of the room, and that's where my friends went. They went to the other side of the jail so I could see them across.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was, remember being really cold in my side.
Okay.
I went and seen the judge, and she reduced it to a misdemeanor. And then after she reduced it, I came back on their side. I was chilling with them. But that was a big experience right there. I got picked up at about 4 by a friend. 4 in the morning. I got released and picked up by a friend. But some of that stuff I think prepares you for future problems, whatever you have to go through. Like, you don't get as stressed. Because I reached like maximum levels of stress in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just has to where you don't, anything that can stress you nowadays, like school and stuff, it stresses me, but can't go beyond a certain point because nothing can be worse than obviously going into there.
Yeah.
I lost a couple friends out there to, couple to violence, but some is just natural stuff. Like, I lost some friends to ocean visits, going to the beach. I've had some friends get drugged under by undertow. Texting and driving is really serious. I've had a couple of friends die from that. People don't really see it as that serious, but definitely really serious. What else? As far as just regular violence and weed and stuff, I've had a couple friends go to jail, even get in trouble for that stuff. But
yeah.
it definitely teaches you stuff for future problems. You get a couple lessons. Definitely have to say that definitely got my head together, made me stronger mentally for any problems that come towards me. I don't regret it, even though it was very bad growing up there. Don't regret it at all, because it made me a different person, stronger, how I am. Don't regret it at all. I just regret some of the mistakes I made as far as getting convicted of anything. Yeah, of course, because it's really tough at the border now after 9/11.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get back and forth, even though Canada and America border each other. They do a lot of checking there, and it's going to be hard for me to get back through, but I should be able to, seeing as though it wasn't any felony charges. But yeah, I definitely urge people to try and not mess up their record if you're going to do a lot of traveling. Yeah, because now I think about it, that's the only reason I want it fixed, because what if I want to take my family to Disney World? I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to make sure you keep those things clear to be able to do them. My mom does still live in Texas. Mom still lives there, and I want to go see her soon, hopefully, for like yearly visits. Because I'm enrolled in school, it's kind of hard, but try to save some money, go see them soon. I have a sister over there too, and a stepdad.
Okay.
It's definitely different though, man. There's also similarities. I have to say, I got along with people on both sides of the map. Here, I get along with people. I had no problem with making friends.
That's good.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the easiest things for me, is because I can make friends in both sides of the place. I just feel bad because I have friends there now that I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
these people look for me on a daily basis.
That must be really hard.
Yeah, so it hurts those ways, but you kind of just have to use that mentally, my strong mentally brain. Just have to use that sometimes and kind of push it away.
Yeah.
Because it's just hard not to. It's better not to sit there and think on something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I gotta just push it. I keep in contact with all of my friends in Texas, so everything is okay. But of course, they want me back over there to come over there. So
Yeah.
work my way back slowly and no rush. But it's definitely very cool growing up over there, man. It's a lot of opportunities for people. I mean, you got opportunities here as well, but I guess the U.S. is a little bit more exposure. You get more exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for sports. I mean, they've been coming to Canada recently for ball. I see them take a couple of Canadian ballers. But exposure to the fullest is when I played basketball in the States. It's almost like everybody knows about you. Whether you're playing high school. My high school was a 5A school, so it was a very big high school.
Oh.
Yeah, I got about 5,000 kids, 2,000 freshmen.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of kids. And then from there, college. I did about a year of JUCO, and then I had gotten in trouble and came here. So yeah, hopefully I can just pursue some ball up here. Try to stay with it, but I just urge people to keep their records clean if you plan on traveling.
Yeah. Okay.
If you definitely want to go back and forth from the state, and most people do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it gets cold over here, you definitely like to go to Florida and do your thing over there.
Yeah.
Same thing over there. Some people like to come here for the summertime. There's a lot of stuff happening in the summer in Canada. Yeah, so if you like to travel, definitely keep your record clean. I got lucky to have a clean record in Canada. So that would really help me in getting my stuff back for America.
Yeah.
Because they're going to look at my Canadian record. And the fact that I have nothing on there will be good for me. I have college, so all that's going to be on my record. So yeah, hopefully I'm going about this right the way. But urge anybody traveling, if you plan on doing anything like that, keep your record clean. It's the best thing for you.
It is. So, from my understanding, you said you came to Canada when you were about 3 or 4, or you moved to Texas?
Moved to Texas. I was born here, yeah.
Okay, born here. And you said you got into in trouble a little bit with your friends when you guys were about to smoke a blunt or whatever. And you got arrested. And then you got, were you held for a night, or did you?
Yeah, that was my first time being arrested. So what they do is you'll get your charge.
Yeah.
And then as you enter the jail, it's holding first. So there's already people in there who've been caught the same night as you doing whatever, drinking, driving under DUIs. Everybody's in there for that night. So from there, you go in and then we wait for about 2 hours. After those 2 hours go by, they send you to see the judge. When you see the judge, she'll tell you if it's misdemeanor or felony. She can reduce your thing. If they gave you a felony, she can reduce it to a misdemeanor. If they give you a misdemeanor, she can up it to a felony. So you go see the judge and she'll tell you what, but I didn't have no charges. So she set me down to a misdemeanor. So after I got the misdemeanor now, she gave me my bond. So your bond is how much you have to pay. I can pay this amount of money and they'll let me out. So they gave me my bond price, and you call it bail bonds. Now, bail bonds makes you pay a percentage of it. It's like 10%. So if my bond is like 5,000, get a bail bond, you pay 500, take a zero off. So you pay 500. Ended up doing, I think my bail was like 2,500, so I paid 250.
Okay.
Ended up getting out at 4.
So, going through all of this, I guess in your teen years and then growing up, how did it make you feel? Like, what did you feel? Were you angry? Were you upset?
I went through a lot of emotions. I was definitely upset. I was mad at times. But it was really more of a learning experience, man, because I just take those things and then now I know, being somewhere where I don't have a record, now I know what not to do, basically. So I got another chance to start over and do it the right way now.
Yeah.
But I definitely went through a lot of emotions. I was mad that I messed up. I was sad that I wasn't going to be able to fix it. But it worked out. It definitely worked out for me.
That's good. That's good. So, from what you're telling me is that you went through a lot of emotions when you were in jail, and you say you don't regret anything because it's a learning experience, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that you could have done anything the right way, or like made a different, went down a different path?
Definitely.
Like you
Because I
could.
was very big into ball. I could have definitely went a different route. But
Okay.
the reason I don't make it that big of a deal is because I was a kid. Like, a lot of kids are, I guess you could say, just like, I don't know. I was just very, look for the word I'm searching for here. Like adventurous type of.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't really want to follow the road. I kind of wanted to stray on my own.
Yeah.
Just because I
Yeah.
was a kid. Now, as a kid, you just want to see new things, try new things. And Tutu's, I was in a new country. So when I started there, everything that I went over there with was new to me. So I kind of wanted to stray from the track and not follow what everybody was doing. I kind of made my own road
Yeah.
and picked my own friends and did my own thing. And
Okay. Okay.
when I should have followed Sue, but
Yeah.
then again, same thing again.
Yeah.
I don't regret it.
Okay. Do you think that your life could have been different, or do you like the way it is right
Yeah, I
now?
had a couple chances to change directions because, like I said, I could have stayed with ball. I could have stayed in Canada. So there's a bunch of different routes my life could have been. I used to come back to Canada every summer to visit my dad. I could have stayed in Canada and not went back. So there's a bunch of different routes it went.
Okay. What made you not stay?
It was weird, mostly because my parents had separated,
Yeah.
and really I was just like, my mom was staying with her because she didn't really have nobody else over there with her. She ended up having another daughter, which is my sister Alana. But before it was just us over there, so I would just be over there with her.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. So what have you, I guess, learned now from all of that? Like, what changes have you
It's
made?
just future. Look at the future. Basically, is what I've learned mostly. If you plan on doing stuff in your future with yourself or your family or whatever, it's the first thing you have to think about because that's what's coming.
Yeah.
You can't think about the time being right now.
Yeah.
And that's what I used to think of. I would think of in time. I wouldn't think future. I would think of now.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing I would tell myself, if I could tell myself something, would say to look at the future. Yeah, because I wouldn't have messed up my future like this if I would have known that how they're gonna hold me and how they're gonna. Yeah, I wouldn't have never done that. So that's the biggest thing I could tell anybody, or biggest lesson learned is, they're not stopping nobody from having fun. Like, everybody's gonna grow up, and obviously you're gonna have your likes and dislikes. You're gonna want to try stuff, drinking. It's the most thing that comes up with teens.
Yeah.
Start wanting to drink and smoke and do those things, cigarettes. Yeah, they're just experimental. They want to try those things.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. I'm not telling nobody not to try nothing and be a fucking square. I'm not telling nobody to do that. But at the same time, you want to be able to control it. Don't let it control you. And the next thing you know, your whole life is bound around that. Because everybody sees that. As soon as the police pull you over, they're going to see that. And from they see that, it's automatic search or whatever they want to do. As far as whatever you're known for carrying, any type of drug, weapon, weed, whatever it is.
That's true.
As soon as they pull you over, it's automatic that they can search you or do whatever they do. Automatically, because you have a record of having this. So they're going to tell you that. And then they automatically get allowed to search. And I don't think that's very fair. So that's the best thing I could tell anybody, man. If you don't want that to be your life, getting searched with your family and doing all that, just try to keep it. Try to keep it out of the way. Even myself, because my charges were kind of young, I might get a like a bly. Yeah, because they know that a lot of young people make mistakes. So as you get older and they see you older, they kind of just give you a bly, like, oh, you're just young, like. So that's why I'm trying to change my life around, so that when they see me, if I try to go back, they can look on my record and say, oh, you haven't been in trouble for like 7 years, 5 years. So it looks good for me because I went from convictions of weed and whatever I was doing to no charges for 5 years. Then they'll think that I'm not doing that stuff anymore. So yeah, stuff you have to think about now, man. Just thinking clearer and for my future instead of how I want to be at the time.
Yeah, definitely. You just gotta make better decisions. I know, like, even though like you're still growing. Well, yes. Okay. Sounds like you went through a pretty rough time.
It can be rougher. I wouldn't say I went through the roughest time, but
yeah,
just learning experiences, man. People have it worse than me, so.
But as long as you know that
you
went through some stuff and that you can fix it as you go.
Definitely, man. People go to jail for a long time. There's people locked up still. For stuff, so I just got lucky. I didn't have to stay in jail for a long time. I didn't get no super long sentence. Yeah, I just got lucky with those things, because I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people that don't mind.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't mind going to jail, and they live in there just like outside. So those people, some of them it doesn't really affect. They don't care to go to jail. Yeah, some of them it doesn't affect, so I just wish I could help those people see future things because it messes up their future.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that's about it.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about, or is that everything?
That's it.
That's it?
Yes, sure.
Well, it's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Thank you.